What have I got myself into, Ellie?
And so we see that Russell has some very real areas of need in his own life. His father's not been for him, he's not been there for him, and we see that. But Russell's got a big heart, and he cares for Kevin, the bird. And he knows that a man is hunting Kevin, the same man that we saw in Ellie's scrapbook there, Charles Muntz, is trying to catch this bird as a trophy. But Kevin wants to protect, Russell wants to protect Kevin because Kevin's actually a girl, and Kevin has little baby birds that she needs to get home and care for. And so Russell cares for Kevin, and Carl agrees to help. You see, he crosses his heart. But his devotion to Kevin and even to Russell gets tested. Let's see how.
Hold on, Russell. Stand still. Look at that bird go. Bring up, you overgrown chicken.
That's it. Go, Kevin. Go find your babies. Run, Kevin, run! Oh, no!
Russell, give me your knife. Get away from my bird.
Kevin. You just gave her away.
This is none of my concern. I didn't ask for any of this.
Master, it's all right.
I am not your master. And if you hadn't shown up, none of this would have happened. Bad dog, bad dog. Now, whether you assist me or not, I am going to Paradise Falls if it kills me.
And so, unfortunately, Carl proves that he's only committed, he's only devoted to his own desires. Despite getting to know Russell and making a promise to Russell, Carl decides to follow his own selfish heart. But don't give up on Carl just yet. Sometimes a lesson needs to be learned a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth time.
Russell? Russell!
I'm gonna help Kevin, even if you won't!
No, Russell, no!
After being challenged by Russell's commitment to helping Kevin, Carl has a decision to make. He decides to devote himself to helping Russell. Now, in my opinion, this is actually the climax of the movie, because it's a scene of great sacrifice. Carl must give up the things in his life that weigh down his house, all of the things that were once so important to him, and yet he cleans house because he recognizes the value of his relationship with Russell. The Acts 2 community, they knew how to do church. They knew what to do, and they knew each other. Carl had to push out all the things that weighed down his house in order to help Russell. So the question is, how do we make room in our lives for others? How do we declutter our house, so to speak? How do we live a more socially intentional and spiritually vital life for the purposes of helping others? We need to start pushing things out of our house that hold us down. Things that counteract the buoyancy, the effectiveness of our ability to love others and to live in true community. So what might some of these things be? Well, let's take a look. How about the coin collection? Idealistic and unrealistic notions of how perfect our life will be once we save up enough money, once we get that job, once we take that final vacation or start that relationship, or in Carl's case, once he gets to Paradise Falls. What we need to do is stop using our precious resources like time, energy, and money to chase after the wind and use them to bless others. How about the wardrobe? The pain of past regrets. Things in life that you wish you could do over. Skeletons in the closet, so to speak. You need to commit these things to God and move on in faith, believing that your life, that God will work all things together for the good of those who love Him. How about the couch? An apathy towards community, just sitting back, not caring. Laziness, not engaging in the needs of community, even though you are aware of those needs. You need to confess this indifference and ask God to place a burden on your heart, and then you need to get off the couch and do something. You need to serve. How about the photographs? Dwelling too much on the good parts of our past, so much so that we don't realize the need to act in the present situation. Nostalgia. Now, memories are not a bad thing, but when they stop us from making a difference today, it becomes a problem. You need to focus on making new memories with new people. How about vanity? Overconsumption. Spending money simply to keep up with the Joneses. You don't need to buy the latest in fashions. You can live more simply. Cut back on expenses so that you can actually do something about the needs of others. How about the TV? Hoarding our time and using it for our own pleasure. We need to live with less my time. Switch our solitary hobbies for more inclusive ones, freeing up our schedule to just be with others, to get to know each other.